Hi, everybody. This is Mike Moran, principal at Woodrow Wilson High School, and thank you for joining us for our virtual open house. What we put together is what we hope is a website that will help you to have all the tools and resources to be set up for success as we start our distance learning on September 8th. So as you can see, I have on my NASA shirt. We found a lot of inspiration in looking at the space exploration that was happening this summer. So they sent some satellites to Mars that were labeled Hope and Ingenuity and Perseverance. And really, those are the ethics that we want to celebrate and take hold of ourselves as we start this journey into places unknown. So we're really excited to go on this journey with you guys, and thank you guys for joining us. Parents, if you don't have your student with you, this is going to be a process you're going to want to navigate with them. So if you want to just press pause right now and grab them and have them come over, they've got some work to do as we navigate through this site. So thank you for grabbing them and having them come over. Okay, on the site, we've got the welcome, and as I'm going through this is where the video will be located on the site. We've put everything just in order for you to navigate down this web page to participate in the activities. So the first one is to complete some required Google Forms. So number one is you'll submit attendance for the evening. So you're going to click there, and we want to make sure we get a record of everybody who's participated so we can follow up with those families that might not have accessed this information. The next is a parent survey, because we really know it's important to know about your child, and so that we can partner with you guys. So if you'll give us some basic information there, some of it's personal, some of it is just about how distance learning went in the spring and expectations that you have for the fall. There is an academic honesty and online behavioral policy. So students, you guys would take a look at that and just click there to acknowledge that you've reviewed those materials. And then finally, if you're a returning student, I know you guys have missed Miss Jackson on the announcement, so she has an Attendance Matters video. If you're a new freshman to Woodrow, you haven't met her yet, she's fantastic. She will narrate that video about attendance expectations. Once you've completed those, you'll go to step 2, which is accessing a student's schedule. So again, these little arrows will open the drop-down. So the first one, if you as a student aren't able to log in, I know many of you guys are already able to log into PowerSchool and see your schedule. But if you haven't been able to, we've got directions on how to reset your password. So follow those directions and see if you can reset your password. And then you will log into PowerSchool here. And then once you've done those things, or if you're already able to log into PowerSchool, you'll go here. And when you click this, it is going to ask you to make a copy of this document. And so students, this is really your activity for the evening. So at the top, you'll fill in your name. What this is going to be is your personal schedule. So I know that you see it in PowerSchool, but through here, you're going to fill out some more information. So we're going to want you to make sure that you fill in your Remind code for your grade level, fill in the code for your Google Classroom. We'll have one specifically for your grade level. So we can give you grade level information. We can give you your morning announcements. This is the place that you're going to want to go each morning from 9 to 9:20 and check for those announcements. And then we'll also put an advisory activity in there for Wednesdays. The rest of it just has our schedule. So first period, we meet every single day from 9:30 to 10:15. So you put your course and your teacher information in there. Second period, third period, fourth period, and then fifth period here again at Woodrow, we meet every single day. So you've got your A-day classes and your B-day classes. So just look in PowerSchool, find the teacher and the course information, and you'll fill that part in from PowerSchool. So you've done that. So you've opened the schedule workbook, and then you should have gone to PowerSchool and fill in the teacher and the course names for all of your periods. All right, this is where it gets fun. So we've built teacher pages that look like this, but they have the information merged in there. So there'll be a picture of your teacher, the first and last name, contact information. Many of them will have a linked syllabus, not all of them will. If they don't have it linked in here yet, they'll have it available for the start of the school year. And then underneath there, we'll have the courses, the Google Classroom codes, the Remind codes, Zoom links, and Zoom passwords for their office hours. It'll have the day of their office hours, it'll have their office time, and again, the Zoom link and Zoom password for those things. So in order to access the teacher-specific information, you will go first here on this one, on this slide, it will have the Google Classroom codes and Remind codes for your grade levels. It'll be linked on this slide right here. And then the next one is you're going to want to find the assigned teachers. So you'll click here, and it's going to take you to the index. When you go to the index, you have all your teacher names from your schedule. So you'll look and you'll see, and you'll say, fantastic, I've got Mr. Irby. You will click on Mr. Irby, and then it is going to take you to the specific page for Mr. Irby. So we're in the process of mail merging all these out so they're available for you guys, but you will find your teachers, You'll click on their name. It will take you to the slide that has their information. And then you will take their classroom codes and remind codes, and you're going to fill those in to send your scheduling workbook. So this should all be filled in from you at the end of the virtual open house. Again, you find your teachers on the index, takes you to the page, wants you to look at that welcome letter, watch that welcome video, and then take the course specific information and fill out your schedule. Okay, so you reviewed the class specific information, the welcome video, welcome letter, contact information. You've put that information in your schedule workbook. It's time to make sure then you go and enroll in all those Google classes, that you sign up for those remind codes. And again, want to make sure that you sign up for the Google Classroom and the remind account for your cohort or grade specific class or code. Again, that's where we give you your daily announcements. Check those from 9 to 9:20 every morning. Underneath here will be our schedule resources. So in this drop down, again, little arrow, open it up. So it has our school event calendar. We'll keep that live all the time. And then the A-B calendar, it's very important that you take a look at this so you know which days are A days and which days are B days. The expectation is you still follow your schedule. So even while we're in distance learning, we're going to follow that schedule, and then we'll be prepared for when we come back for in-person instruction. The A-B calendar has some color coding. The color coding is just for when we do return. But we still will follow an A-B schedule just like we have. Wednesdays are a little different. Wednesdays are a flex schedule. So I want you to take a look at what Wednesday flex looks like, and there's a video down below as well. Bell schedule is here, and some other sample schedules that you might want to take a look at. And then I've got explanations of those things as well. So the A-B calendar, the link that was above is linked here. The Bell schedule has a link. Our vision and mission of the school, it's important that you understand those. What a sample lesson would look like, a sample day, and then what our Flex Wednesday is. So we've made little videos to help explain those things. And again, we have links to those actual schedules with times. We know you still may have some questions. So again, these drop downs, you can open them and close them. So points of contact for important matters. So I know that there's not everything that we have included on this website itself. So if you have questions about athletics or performing arts, enrollment or registration, Power School support, have you reach out to Mr. Meeker. We'll link some information here. Student scheduling, enrolling in Google Classroom, or signing up for Remind accounts. All these will be accessible as live links. And then there's some additional resources. So there's some YouTube videos from Dallas ISD about kind of a life in the day of a high school student, and then one specifically for special education. And we have put some optional articles if you want to take a look at those, how to set up your remote learning space, how to proactively prepare for distance learning, some great tech tools and tutorials, and then some Chrome extensions that you could put on your Chromebook for struggling students or students of special needs. So again, we want to make this stuff accessible on this website, all these resources and videos and links, because we know you may need to come back to these things. We chose to do it this way. If it was live and this was one evening, you wouldn't have an opportunity to come back. And so we want to make sure that people that missed us this evening have access to these things. Students that might enroll on the first or second day would have this as an orientation, and that you guys would be able to come back to this as reference and getting ready for the first day of school. So finally, we want to know how well we did. So we want to get feedback from you guys. So if you will click before you finish up today and just click on that link, there's a short Google form. We want to know how we did and just really want to get that feedback from you guys. We are absolutely committed to making sure that all students have a high quality learning experience that feels safe and welcoming regardless of what our instructional model is. So hope this information has been helpful, that you guys have access to the tools and resources you need. If there's anything else that you need, please put it in that Google form so that we can reach out to support you. And we cannot wait to get started on September 8th. We look forward to seeing you, Wildcats.